I do have a couple last questions for you. I have a lot of friends that are moms that their number one complaint, and I think even people that are working or crazy in the business world, is they don't have enough time to like meal prep and do all this crazy stuff that they see other people posting and doing. What's the easiest way to kind of make that change in your life and gradually work towards eating healthier? I know it starts in the grocery store, really, but there's got to be tips and tricks to it.
And I say people that say they don't have time to meal prep are not meal prepping correctly. I've been timing myself with my meal prep when I first got into it. I can make a whole bunch of food in 45 minutes. I can 45 minutes to an hour, depending.
Which is the same length as watching a TV show.
Boom, there you go. And what I'll usually do is either Sunday or Monday. Those are usually my meal prep days. And the key is you gotta learn how to get multiple things going. You gotta heat up stuff in the microwave. You gotta do stuff on the stove. You gotta do stuff on the oven. But if you get all three going, it can be done real quick. To start and get the bags of new potatoes and green beans at HEB. You know, they have like the mixed veggies and all that. What I'll do is I'll get like 3 packets of ground turkey, and I'll heat that up and I can mix it with salad. I can make tacos. I can put it with the green beans and the potatoes, which is amazing. So little stuff like that. It's actually not as long, not as hard as people think. Get at the same time. So you got your frozen bags in the microwave. You got your ground turkey on the stove, and then take chicken breasts, put them on the oven. On a pan, put them in the oven, and you got all three going at the same time.
I tell people all the time that I bake a lot of stuff just because it makes it easy. I can pop it in the oven, I can go shower, I can go do what I need to do, and I don't have to be sitting there babysitting it. And that helps me make like the chicken and that really easily, especially if I'm pressed for time. And
an easy grocery store tip: fresh, frozen, canned. That's the order.
Fresh, frozen,
it's best to have fresh meats, fresh veggies. If you need to save some time, the frozen stuff is good. Still
Especially
good.
now they have all the steamable bags. Just throw it in there and go, okay, I'm done.
Absolutely. So.
And then canned. Now canned, should you watch like sodium content in that in it?
Yeah, and that's why that's going to be at the end of the list on that. Like your like all your veggies still being canned, especially soups. I know soups are pretty popular with people like, oh, it doesn't sit heavy. Well, it's still got a lot of sodium to it, a lot of, because they have to spice it up so much, they have to preserve it and everything. So
I know that even my roommate has asked me this, good friends, and people write in all the time about it. How much water should I really be drinking? And can I drink too much water?
So this is an excellent question.
Because if so, I'm guilty.
And this is one that again, I get a lot. And it's one of those, it's always fun to answer, because the answer is more. And I say more because most people are not drinking enough water. Now, to get scientific about it, you want to have about the average person, just talking about a very generic number here, because really everybody's different, but you should be aiming for about 48 ounces. That'd be, think about it like think about it like 3 of these, 3 or 4, but here's my big but. You have to look, everybody's different. That's going to be your textbook answer.
Okay.
That's not taking into account that you do 2 workouts a day. That's not taking into account that you have jobs where you're here and you're there and you're here. It's not taking the fact that you live in Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to look at everybody is different. You weigh different. You have different genetics, different genes. Look at Charles Cheeks, who will sweat just changing the TV channel. You know what I mean? So
or diaper.
You have to So you have to look at stuff like that. Everybody's different, but I would say aim for about 4 of these, 4 of the 16-ounce bottles, and that's a good start. And then just see how you feel from there. Stay steady with that.
Now, what if you do have an active lifestyle, like you said? Like sometimes I do 2 a days, or if I work, I'm on my feet all day. Like my goal is always 64 ounces. Is kind of how I started at. Is that?
No, that's another good number. Yeah, absolutely. Especially, like I said, you're a very active person. You try to get 2 workouts in a day when you work out. Your jobs keep you very busy. You're outside. You're moving around. So absolutely, aim for that number. You know what I mean? So. I'm be honest.
Especially when traveling, because I find that's the easiest way to like kind of stray from everything. Is like I'll be traveling and I'm like, oh, I don't need water. I'm gonna get this coffee. I'm gonna get this, and then I'm like, oh, I haven't had water all day. I feel awful.
So I always think to myself, if I ever catch myself thinking, did I have enough water? The answer is no. Go drink water, Dom. You know, I yell at myself. So Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. And if you had to pick like kind of the best nutritional advice besides don't be weird that you could give anybody out there, what would it be?
My biggest piece of advice that I would give somebody is do what you know. Most people know how to eat right. They know that green beans and broccoli and carrots and fruits, vegetables, lean meat, they know that these are better options than going to Olive Garden and have the tour of Italy or going, or having like...
You knew what the tour of Italy was.
I do love the tour of Italy, but that's, like I said, I know that other things are better for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always say that it's willpower, really, and and that's probably one of the hardest things to train is your mind, and making the right choices. But I always tell people when it comes to dieting or eating right, let's get away from saying dieting, but eating right is very simple. But that doesn't mean it's easy. It's hard.
Simple is not always easy.
Yeah, and
I always like to clarify that.
Absolutely. It's I know what to do. It's simple enough to go out and have, my green beans and have my chicken and have my rice. But it's hard to go out with your friends and make those healthy choices. And that's where it does take a lot of willpower. But what makes it easy is make your exercise, when you go and exercise, when you're planning your eating habits, make that your you time to work on you. I always tell people that.
That's what I do to all of you.
Hey, I tell people that all the time. Like when people are like, I'm too busy in life, I got this going on, that going on, that going on. Slow it down and have you some you time. Like this is to work on you, to make you feel better as a person inside and outside.
And to me, it's necessary for later on down the road, because if you're just always kind of giving and never doing anything for yourself, receiving.
Yeah.
Giving and receiving. Then to me you're just going to burn yourself out, and you're going to end up in a place that you didn't want to end up, and it happens faster and easier than you think it would.
Yep. My other big tip is contact me for training and for nutrition advice, and let's get that going.
He is the best if you live south. I know, south in Texas. I know some of you aren't in Houston, but and some of you are in North Houston, but if you are local, he is the best, but you can't give away my times.
There you go.
Because I promote you.
There, that's our deal.
I just wanted to thank all of you for listening and tuning in. If you have any more nutritional questions, definitely feel free to write in at the blog, alotofperspective.com. I expect to hear from you. Thank you, Dom, for taking this time out of your hectic and busy schedule to talk nutrition, and I'm pretty sure we'll be back doing this again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fun
It's been a pleasure.
Yes,
Let's go work out.
Deal.
All right.